now comes here, we are going to check whether user has left any field unchecked. Which one? This one, this male female field, and this is for hobby. So if user is not selecting any single option from these two groups, then we are restricting user to submit his details through this form. So for that, first of all, let's understand this. This is little bit different than the earlier one. Okay. So here, location of that first button, like for example, here it is gender. Okay. For gender, there is one button for male and one for female. So first of all, we are going to check whether male is clicked or not, selected or not, then female is selected or not. So let's go to our coding part so that we can easily understand this. I am opening that file from recent pages and feedback form that we have used yesterday. So for example, click on this button, then right click here, go to form field properties. Now see this, because we need this one, group name, okay, gender. Now when there are multiple options, so each option is identified by a subscript. Okay, so gender is group name. We are supposed to follow not this one which is outside, but the name spelling of gender which we have defined here in group name. Okay, so small GENDER, and there are two options. So we have second option using subscript. So subscript is what? This is first option. So when we write gender and in square bracket 0, then it is reference to the first option, that is male. When we write gender in square bracket, this is C, form 1, gender 0. This is for first option, whether it is male or female. Same way for second option, this is gender 1. Okay, so this is for second option. So, and here instead of this or symbol or condition, this was vertical bar or condition we have used earlier, but now we are using two ampersand sign. This is called ampersand. Okay, so ampersand sign between two conditions. Okay, so when two ampersand signs are used, it becomes and condition. And in and condition, this statement, if statement, will become true only when all these conditions are true. Okay, these, and if you have created one more with an ampersand sign, so if all condition are true, then only this will happen. Okay, if a single one is false, then this will not happen. Okay, like if this is checked is equal to false means not checked. If this check is equal to false, that means not checked. So in this case, if this and this means and. So this first condition and the second condition is not checked, then only this will happen. Okay. If please choose your gender, and we are moving focus on that first field. So this way we are going to use this subscript part. So we are going to source again. Going to store any value here. We are not supposed kind of validation. Only the thing script tag. Okay, this script after function tag before this last curly bracket over, we are supposed to write this. If document dot feedback. Okay, our form name is feedback. where you can see in form tag itself, this is form tag, and in this tag name of our form is given, that is feedback. So we are locating that object which we are going to check. So in document, in that document there is feedback form section. In this that feedback form section there is one group gender. Okay, in that there are multiple options, but which index number we are referencing, that is 0. Here index 0 means the first option. Dot check, whether the first option is checked, equal to false. Okay, now what is this true and false? So when we select this, okay, this is considered as 1, that is true. And if it is not checked, then this will become false, that is 0. So here we are going to write like that, false. Now to ampersand sign. Same for second option, document dot feedback dot gender, then subscript is 1 for second option, tag equal to false. Now close it. Okay, now you can see that I have closed this one. And from here it starts, and from here this condition is ending. So here you can see that there are two brackets. Okay, so we are grouping this condition. Okay, this whole condition, the first one and the second one. Otherwise this condition is having multiple parts, like document form 1 gender 0 dot check equal to false. Okay, so it will not address properly to the whole condition. So we are putting both these conditions, for the first subscript and second group. So we are using parenthesis here. Okay, here again parenthesis. So now these are two parentheses we have created for first and second condition. This is for first, okay, and this is for second. But there should be another one which include the whole statement into if condition. So this is opening of if condition and this is closing of if condition. That's why there are two parentheses. Now in when both of these are false, that means unchecked, at that time this condition will become true. So at that time this will happen, which is inside if block. So that is what alert, please select at least one option from gender. Okay, now this is semicolon and document dot feedback dot gender 0 dot focus. The last one is return false as always. Now save this and we are going to see that output. So refresh it, the page. Okay, now I'm typing something here. I'm typing some password here. I am not going to check any one of these options. I'm selecting this one. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Comment something. Okay, now submit. Now see, it is showing us that error, that alert message. Please select at least one option from gender. Now when I select this, it is allowing me to submit the details. Okay, now see that code again. Okay, So in source, this is our condition, that is inside script. If document.feedback, this is document name, then feedback is form, then inside that there is a group called gender. In that the first option, that is subscript 0 dot checked is equal to false, and same way this is end condition. Earlier we used two vertical bars, and that was for or condition. That means at least one should match one of these. When one of the multiple condition is true, then the if block is executed. Now here in end condition, when all conditions are true, then only this block will execute, if block. So this is first condition, and this is second condition for gender 1, that is for female option. Okay, is equal to false. Then alert message we have created, please select at least one option. Then we are moving that focus back to gender 0. Okay, so this one validation we have used. So same way now for second group of option, that is hobby, we are going to use this. So for that, you can see here, same way here the group name was gender, and here it is hobby. So hobby 0, hobby 1, hobby 2, like that. So this is for first option, second and third option. So now in coding part, now I'm typing here another if. This is again two parentheses, document dot feedback, that is your form number, dot hobby. Let's check whether the name is hobby or not in that coding part. Now in design, you can see this. Okay, select this button, right click here, go to form field properties, and you can see that field name we have used hobby. Okay, so field name hobby, and in field value, depending on different hobby, we are using different field values, reading, music and sports. So we are going to use this name in our coding part. So now in here, hobby, that is square bracket 0. This is first hobby, dot checked equal to false. Now curly bracket, sorry, parenthesis is over. Now this is our first condition, that is over, but still if is open, this is bracket. So now ampersand, two ampersand sign. Now again a new parenthesis, document, since we are using three conditions here. Okay, so 3 times 3 brackets we are going to use inside this main if block, main if bracket, dot feedback dot hobby 1 dot check equal to false. Close this. Again one new ampersand sign, end condition, then document dot feedback dot hobby. Now here subscript will become 2, since this is the third option and subscript start from 0. So this is 2 is for third option, dot check equal to false. Now close this bracket of the third condition and the main if bracket or parenthesis. Now here, if all these conditions are matched, that means if user has not selected a single hobby, then only this will happen, because all three conditions are joined by end condition. So when all are false, That means nothing is selected. At that time, we want to show alert message, that is, please select at least one hobby. Then document dot feedback dot hobby. Then the first option dot focus. We are bringing focus on the first option and then return false. I'm saving this. Let's see output. Now name, password, mail. Now I'm leaving this so that we can check whether the condition is working or not. Submit. So now it is showing that error. Please select at least one hobby. So now if I select one hobby, then it should allow us to send this. Okay, it is allowing us to send the details.